Heyo, Spaghetto here, and welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. Lars and I are going to be jumping into more of Act 2 today, and we're going to see what horrors await, because there's actually more horror and less poems this time, and I'm a little bit excited for that.
Yeah, I really hope there's no more poems for the rest of the game. Wait, is this a game where you just read poems and it's not horror? Oh. Why are all the save games just Monika with her dick pose?
Wait, why'd you call it her dick pose?
Because it's the pose you use to air out your wiener.
Hi again, Noodle Boy. Glad to see you didn't run away on us.
Don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out.
Duh! Okay. Thanks for keeping your promise, Noodle Boy. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into the club when you're not accustomed to it. Whoa, okay. I forgot about that.
Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monika. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it.
Monika, I can't.
Oh, that's just great.
I can't read. Whose line is that? What the fuck? Natsuki. Have big mouth for someone who keeps manga section in the room. Get the fuck out of the way! Thank you. Stupid bitch.
Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monika and manga. Swiftly defeated, Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat.
We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay?
Yuri shoots Natsuki. Oh.
Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read.
Well, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now, so it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask.
Wait, I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess.
I know, it's not that, Yuri. I try to be part of this club. So even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to.
Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like.
Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book.
I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so ugh.
What happened?
My brain just stopped mid-sentence. Yeah. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know,
boing!
Discuss it if you wanted.
This is... I hated this line the first time. Okay. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically picked the book.
Well...
Excuse you.
Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think.
Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monika to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. That doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a bit more, but at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. So I don't, and I move on with... Oh, never mind. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap! I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book.
How fucking big is her book? Because her head is like the size of a goddamn watermelon.
Yeah. It's got like a watermelon and two other melons, if you know what I mean. Sorry. I was just spacing you out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable.
Oh. It's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading this bit, so...
Her eye... Oh, it's not just me. Okay.
Oh, it's moving. Her eye's moving. It's falling off.
That's the book you gave me, right?
Why is her eye falling off? Yuri, put it back! Put it back! Stop!
Can you drag it back? Is it like a WarioWare game? No? Okay.
I wanted to reread some of that. Is very distracting. No,
Oh, good. She put it back.
not for any particular reason.
Just curious. How come you have 2 copies of the same book?
Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them.
There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decide to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon.
I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story.
That's so. What's the story about anyway?
Well, what the fuck?
Okay. I look at the cover of the book.
What's the story about?
The book is titled Escape from Tarkov, or Portrait of Markov, never mind. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front corner.
Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison. And the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. But the facility gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to... Oh, that might be a little bit of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean, not the thing about limbs.
That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere.
Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Noodle Boy?
No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry.
I hope so.
Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri's into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different.
It's just that kind of story. It's the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil,
but because the world is full of horrible people, and we're all worthless anyway. And suddenly...
Oh! I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry.
Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything.
Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem when I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts. What did that say? Oh, okay. Well, fuck me then. I kind of forget to pay attention to other people, so I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much.
I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a club after all.
That's true.
In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right?
Ah!
Your game's glitching out.
You broke it, Lars! Yes. I mean, you don't have to, but...
What are you saying?
It's not dialogue.
Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put in my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's.
It's such a weird... Why don't you just say you sit down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive.
I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone.
Just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything.
Alright.
I opened the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. Blech. No, this is the problem with the last time through this. It is a bad thing when you have someone over your shoulder while you're reading. It's dumb. I'm not reading this line. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. Well, if her eye is drifting, maybe not. I glance over.
Her eye must be a goddamn Joy-Con because it's got fucking stick drift.
Yeah. It looks like she's reading from my book instead.
Oh, sorry.
I was just bathing the... Oh. Okay.
She was bathing in what?
The warmth of his body heat.
Ah, yes.
Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you?
I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean...
Yeah, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's. And hold my book more between the two of them.
Why is he slipping and sliding everywhere and slamming against Yuri?
I don't know. Maybe he's getting pretty wet.
He?
Which is weird. Yeah. Weird situation.
A
lot of
I suppose
natural
so.
lubricants. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching.
Shoulder touching. Oh my gosh. I just spit everywhere. Anyways.
That could lead to dancing. Uh-oh. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open.
That's not the only thing he uses it for.
Like jerking off to hentai or something? What do you mean?
Well, yes, if you want to just completely state the fucking obvious.
I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page.
Yeah.
Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger.
Boobs.
Finger.
Boobs. Fingers.
I do the same thing with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, you know, he didn't need to describe this because, like, this, of the very few graphics that Dan Salavato actually, like, commissioned for this, it clearly shows what's happening on screen. Like, he doesn't need to be like, just in case you guys don't understand, these are the physics of how these two people are arranged in order to read the book together. Anyway.
Yeah, my balls is hot.
That's weird. But in holding it in like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision.
Are you ready?
To turn the page.
Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her.
That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a little bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me.
Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page for me, so I turn after my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit.
Oh! Ooh. What is that expression? No! I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not.
Really? I was thinking of the way that she second guesses things she says and all that.
What a fucking rude thing to say. That's what you were talking about? Sorry. I thought you meant something else about her.
The cannibal thing or whatever? Something else.
Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet. So I don't know why that came into my head.
Yuri, are you feeling alright? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started spinning. Whoops.
I think that's the dumbest shit you've said this entire playthrough. What the fuck is wrong with you?
You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little...
My breathing?
Yuri puts her hands on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat.
I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water.
Alright, don't push yourself.
You're just fucking reading. How do you push yourself? Okay.
Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about?
Noodle boy, and did something happen just now?
I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess.
So you don't know anything?
Sorry, can't say I do. Are you worried about her?
Oh no, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her.
No, nothing.
Don't worry, I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming.
Alright, if you say so.
Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other?
Eh? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri?
Well, she might be a while, so I just figured we get started without her. Is that okay?
Yeah. I was just asking.
Splendid!
I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag.
Monica it is, Lars.
No, I should start with Monica. Yesterday you said you'd call Sears.
No, fucking stop it. You fucking dickhead. Hi, Noodle Boy. Having a good time so far?
Yeah.
Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we could do better,
I'm always listening.
don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Alright, I'll keep that in mind.
Also, I'm gonna go grab some Kleenex. My nose is running like a motherfucker.
Well, you better go catch it.
Fuck you. It's not staying in the video.
See you guys on YouTube Shorts. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
That's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Don't worry, Noodle Boy. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But that's the sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon.
Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem.
Great job, Noodle Boy. I was going, oh, in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but there's a fucking train going by my fucking house.
Well, it's good that his poem was metaphorical. If it was literal, he would have failed the assignment. It's like saying your math homework is like, fucking numerical, I guess. Yeah, should be.
I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you.
It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it always counts when I put in some effort.
That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. I don't mean that like it's a bad thing, though. But sometimes I get the impression that she's just totally given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's so used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interaction. So don't blame her for coming on a little strongly.
Wait, so Monica's not talking about Yuri here, right? She's talking about herself, quite clearly.
I don't know. Maybe.
No. That's a very specific analysis for someone else. No, she's definitely talking about herself.
Nah, she's just known Yuri for a while, right?
Well, we'll see.
Like earlier, I think that if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time.
Suddenly the door opens.
Yuri! I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, God damn it. Shut the fuck up, I'm trying to fucking read. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other. Huh? Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm more glad that you took all the time you needed. Thanks, Monika. I suppose I should get my poem now. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now, Noodle Boy? Don't worry, I'm not very good.
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good.
Well, that's 'cause I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know?
Well, let's read it then. Hall in wall.
Okay, I'll read it. For fuck's sake, I'll read it.
What? What?
Hole in the wall. But he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glanced at my surroundings. But my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on a flat sheet of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks in my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. So what did you think, Lars?
It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. Like, this and a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it could be really powerful.
What was the inspiration behind this one?
Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit.
An epiphany?
Something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that, because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big, dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Who should I show my poem to next?
No! They added another person to the list. It was supposed to be 2.
Who should I show my poem to next?
Natsuki.
Natsuki it is. That's not dialogue.
Nope, skip.
That's not
That's not
dialogue
dialogue
either.
either.
Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you.
Was she racist? Oh wait, no, Noodle Boy's white. I forgot. Okay, never mind.
Oh, I thought... Oh, okay. I thought... Okay. Okay.
Well, I thought Natsuki was doing the whole type of thing where she's like, people like you. Like, chill out, Natsuki. It's okay.
Well, usually when they say that, they're more like, you people.
Ah, okay.
Or they're just like black. Like, you know, they're just kind of subtle about it.
Why did that sound like Peter Griffin? Hey, Lois, is he black?
Oh, that's a little blunt.
Well, excuse me, princess. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions.
So basically, it's not cute enough for your tastes.
Do you want me to smack the fucking shit out of you, you goddamn piece of shit hole?
Yes.
Alright, guys, we discovered what Lars is into.
No, I just don't. I don't think it would be very effective. Is all. She could. I meant it more of like a "let me at him" kind of way, where it's like he could hold out one hand and like block all of her attacks very easily.
Oh, let me at him! Let me at him!
Like a Scrappy Doo kind of situation. Yeah, I don't want to fuck Scrappy.
Okay.
Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine too.
Oh.
Not that you'll like.
I think given MC's orientation, he probably will either way.
No!
But anyway. All right, if you guys want to listen to this poem, by the way, we did a reading of it before, and it was set to the fucking H3H3 Productions theme song, and it was perfectly done. So go watch one of the earlier videos if you want to catch it, because we did a 10 out of 10 rendition of it. And yeah, let's leave it at that.
Here, I'll just quickly skim it. That's about it.
Yeah, I told you weren't gonna like it.
I like it.
What? Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced I want to like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people tell me to take my writing seriously.
Wait, that's just Dan Salvato talking.
I don't even take her dialogue seriously.
But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set it up for a rhyme at the end, but then it fell flat on purpose. Like me. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
Did you just boot up?
Yeah. I had to do a quick soft reboot there.
So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro!
Who should I show my poem to next?
Hold on. Now you said that like the choices that we make can have effects.
You can, yeah.
So which one should I choose?
I think we should choose skip.
Go for it.
Shit, it's not working. That's not dialogue.
As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten.
Exceptional.
Oh, what was that?
Did I say that out loud?
Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face.
He's going to hate me.
You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri.
I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for?
Yuri takes a breath.
What kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before.
Really? Wow. That's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time. Really?
Huh?
Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again.
Well, I know that. I just meant,
Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly.
Bless me. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. Oh, fuck you. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think this is the most bullshit thing. I said this before, but she did not know until he mentioned. Bullshit.
Yeah, she's full of crap, dude. She's just like a poop sandwich.
Her fucking ass, that shit has shit in it. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and expressiveness are weakened.
Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her staring is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert.
Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. We're talking about poetry or sex. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit based, though.
Biased? Tristan. Biased? How?
Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking shit about other people. Sorry.
It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now?
Please do. Aw, she's so happy. I'd love to share my thought process behind it.
Yuri smiles drearily as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be...
I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting.
What? I wasn't thinking about that at all.
But it took you a long time to read.
Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting, which is a much more common word to use for that, is pretty.
That's a relief.
Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it's really descriptive.
It wasn't too short, like fucking Natsuki. I usually write longer poems.
Not at all.
I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little bit more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose.
Are you into ghosts, Yuri?
I know the pain behind Lars when he keeps reading these lines. It just cracks me up.
This club is full of incredibly cute girls.
This club is full of incredibly cute. What? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Noodle Boy.
Really? I must have totally missed the point.
Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering, fingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing.
So, that's good advice. That's bad advice masquerading as good advice. You'll notice that she said there that poems often reflect the writer's thoughts, feelings, and experiences. Yeah, so what the fuck else would it be at that point? That's you're just describing like how poetry works. Like it's like saying like songs have like rhythm and like melody and stuff. Like yeah.
You're just describing basic writing in general. It usually reflects the creator of said writing because there's some inspiration put into it.
Right, because like if it doesn't include one of those three things, that means that they're writing about an unfamiliar subject. And in most cases, you're going to go like study that, at which point it becomes part of your experiences with your studies. So this is just dumb. Anyway, that's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought about that. That's impressive.
If I took a shot every time they said I would have died by alcohol poisoning by now. It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so...
Yeah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you.
You think so?
Yeah, of course.
You know, I was really nervous about doing all of this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Noodle Boy.
Me too.
The flute in the game's a little fucked up right now.
Too. I guess that's everyone. That was a little bit more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone was judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a club, after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monika is writing something in her notebook. Oh, that's not good. Hope she's not writing my name.
Monika's filling out her fucking death note.
Yes, that's creepy. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems as they read in tandem. Like a bike, the bike, youtube.com/@thebike, whatever, does Doki Doki content. I think that's kind of controversial sometimes, isn't it? If I say so myself. He's gotten himself into some trouble with the community, hasn't he?
What are you
As they
doing?
read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly.
Eh? Did you say something?
Oh, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's all fancy.
Thanks. Yours is cute.
Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute?
I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
Why are you doing like chills, Yuri?
Chills, Yuri.
You mean you have to try hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all.
Well, I do have a couple suggestions. Number 15, Natsuki's poetry.
If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually gave a shit. Which people did, by the way. Monika liked it, and Lars did too. So, based, I'll gladly give you some suggestions on my own.
It's biased,
all-
Tristan.
Excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. Whoa, Natsuki, don't say the gamer word.
Yeah, whoa, 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 whoa,
Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa,
You got
whoa.
a million subscribers, you gotta think about that.
Calm down, calm down.
You're gonna lose your gamer subs sponsor.
And Noodle Boy liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it.
Natsuki suddenly stands up.
Oh! I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress the new member, Yuri.
That's not what I... You're just...
Yuri stands up as well.
Maybe you're just jealous that Noodle Boy appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours!
Ha! And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of shit, Yuri?
No. If I was full of shit, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy.
Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Noodle Boy started showing up.
Natsuki!
Natsuki, that's a little...
This doesn't involve
you!
Taking out your own insecurities on others like that? Yuri just said you have small tits. Oh, fuck. What the fuck? What the fuck? Calm down! It's okay! Stop going faster! Slow down! I can't read the fast. Ah, my ears! What is going on? This is my favorite song in the game, Lars.
Oh, I didn't have the context for that because I had it turned way down, and I thought you were just having like a schizophrenic attack or something.
You need to listen to the game's audio.
Well, I had it turned down because every episode of these that we've done has been just like like for like hours.
Yeah, no, the game's audio is fucking freaking the shit out.
Yeah, also I was eating a snack cake, so I'm back.
You really act as young as you look, Natsuki. She's 18.
Me? Look who's talking. You want to be edgy,
Bitch! Edgy? Sorry that my lifestyle is too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend.
See? Just saying that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you bitch!
If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality by just dressing and acting cute? You know, Yuri's got a point, though. Just because someone's cute doesn't mean they get to act like a verbally abusive bitch. I mean, that's why I don't like Natsuki. The only cute thing about you is how hard you try.
Wow, be careful. You might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad. You already do, don't you?
What the fuck? Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the fuck is wrong with your head?
Yeah, go on. Let Noodle Boy hear everything you really think.
Also, first F-bomb, Lars.
I'm sure he'll be head over heels for you after this.
Suddenly, Yuri turns toward me as if she just noticed I was standing here.
Noodle Boy. She's just trying to make me look bad.
That's not true. She's fucking started it.
What the fuck?
Oh, Natsuki. No. Hold on. No, this is a... Oh, I thought this is whose poem we're reading. Definitely Yuri.
Okay. Who do you want to pick again?
Yuri.
Okay, I fucking get it. Yuri! Yuri! What the fuck? Natsuki?
No, Yuri.
Yuri. Hi!
Oh, it's Monika. Just Monika.
Monika, I can't see.
You're in the way, honey. Get out of the frame.
I love you, but I can't see. Ah!
Well, that's just great.
Okay.
You're in the way of the line. This line isn't dialogue, fortunately, but you're in the way, honey.
Hey, Noodle Boy. Why don't we step outside for a little bit? What the fuck?
Oh, thanks for talking that way. That's useful.
Yeah, thanks, Monika. Okay. Sorry about all of that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for you to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Some president I am, right? I can't even confront my own club members properly. Fuck. I just wish I was a little bit more assertive sometimes. But I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead.
Okay. Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom.
Oh, shit.
Oh, she's
Damn.
leaking. She quickly runs away.
Oh, dear. Well, it looks like they're done. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it.
Yuri's rocking back and forth in her desk with her palms on her forehead. Yuri?
I didn't mean it.
I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki.
Yuri, your makeup looks kind of hot right now.
What? Or did?
Please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow.
Completely.
Anyway, the meeting's over, so you can go home now if you want.
Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something. Yeah, she does look like she has that kind of smirk on her face. She really do be wanting to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monika.
You can go first, Monika. I'd like to stay a little bit longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take that responsibility today. It kind of sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri. It's not that. It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Noodle Boy. It would just be embarrassing with you listening. I guess I really don't have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble. But I really do.
Lars' writing tip of the day. If you're going to put someone's lines in quotes, you don't, and then you're going to do the emote thing with the apostrophes with the sigh, you don't need to do both.
All right, this is a great time to end this episode. Lars, take us out.
Give me your skin.
All right, I'm going to end the video now. I'm scared. Goodbye, everyone. Shit's in the description. Stay safe.